Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. We're currently now in game series 1.4, game 2 of the June tournament. Let's go through the players. Now representing the Axis, we have Gabe the Dog, as the Mthis is, and Before Eagle, as Mthis is with Sturm Tactics straight out the gate. Representing the Allies, they have a mixed force. We have Sturm Davani as Shock Division for the Soviet Union, and Guan Yu as Armor Company for the United States. Like, normally I don't cast, mixed allied factions with the Soviets on the Western Allied side, but because this is a tournament, I am making an exception. Evil is pushing up here with the Storm Pioneers pretty far, which could be a risky maneuver, you never know. Already engaging the Riflemen quick. Although the Riflemen are caught in a very bad spot this time. That is definitely to the Storm Pioneers' advantage. They've also gone for the other commanders. We have Gabe the Dog as Panzer. So we already have the commander choice from all the commanders. Double Waffen-SS will actually lead to some very aggressive playstyle from the Axis, but also very costly if they suffer losses early. Engaging now with the Realism here. Busting up for the open, which you probably don't want to do. Make them easier targets. America is still able to secure ground despite this little early setback. We also have an early Alf Clara. Alf Claras do capture points faster, I believe, but I'm not sure. Regardless though, they are there to secure the background. So it's now encountering the Waffen-SS in the center of the town. And quickly, immediately having to run due to the conscripts got a good salvo off on them. My tongue has to really adjust to the fact that I need to speak so much English again. Hitler Youth trying to get into a position here. A quick overrun by these Soviets if they manage to get enough troops out and ready. The Hitler Youth so far just holding on. The conscripts are moving to a flanking position, while the Fontoviki distracts. Grenade being tossed. American Riflemen also pushing into the town. That was an incendiary grenade, I think. Was it? Yeah, it looks like it was. So the Fontoviki just moved into an incendiary grenade. Not that it seems to be doing that much damage, but it is slowly whittling them down. Meanwhile, the Americans are facing the Waffen-SS over here. Double Storm Pioneer. Looks like Before Eagle is a really big fan of using Storm Pioneers early. They are generally good, just very costly. And they don't really have any anti-tank capabilities, unlike the Storm Grenadiers, who could get Panzerfausts or similar. Hitler Youth are getting some good shots off on the Fontoviki here. Will they be able to allow this to prevent the Soviets from getting the point? Nope, Soviets get the victory point. Americans have to pull back here. But a 30 caliber machine gun is already arriving. Setting up out here in the open first so they can cover the points. And with that, the Storm Pioneers have to pull back. Realize they can't stay there and fight if there's a machine gun coming up. Here the Soviets are fighting in the center of the town here. Storm Pioneers getting in on the flank. The Soviets could be in a bad spot here, potentially. There's 3 windows in this building, which the Hitler Youth immediately make use of. Great on the Storm Pioneers. Doesn't hit much. It's the very weak grenade the Soviets have at the moment. They have to upgrade to their RGD-33s to get the better grenades. Grenade assault in their way, though. Don't think the Fontoviki gonna make it out of there. Nope. Meanwhile, the Waffen-SS secures the center of the town here in short order. Maximus trying to set up. They have to quickly move somewhere else. Americans are finally going to try and take the point. Alf Claras are keeping an eye on them, being nice and silent, and the Panzerjäger was waiting in ambush. Looks like Before Eagle is playing it very stealthily here, which is good to see. Waffen-SS are securing the center of the town now, and also laying down booby traps. Basically, that's going to make it a lot more difficult to try and take the point. They could just blow up everything here at a moment's notice. But the Soviets are trying to figure out what to do next, I imagine. Americans still have a lot of weapons over here. Double machine guns for the United States. We just have a basic firefight here between the buildings for now. Oh, conscripts already being rushed to the front. Bolts up being tossed in the building. That's a good bolt up at that too. So far going well. Another Molotov being tossed. Port headquarters has been established already by both Mthis players. So it's unaware that the center has been demo trapped. Always awkward to see Soviets and Americans on the same battlefields. Probably not worth them charging when they're in that building. But if they get through here, that's very likely. Hitler Lufa starts to be armed with Flammenwerfers. Oh, shock troopers have been infiltrated. That's the thing they can do with the engineers. Playing out the machine gun, but now there's going to be Hitler Youth next to them. They have to get out of there. One shock trooper might manage to get out of there. Looks like they do. Ooh, the Allies gonna run into the trap now. It's only one squad. Is that worth blowing? Oh, I guess it is. There's still one more demo trap there though, which could hit this American squad. That other booby trap could blow up soon. Oh, the grenade actually played to blow up. Creating a very big crater right there. So the Soviets doing pretty decently in the center here. More Mthis troops are quickly rushing forwards. Not a lot of movement on the other flanks yet. It's mostly just fighting here at the center points. The Storm Pioneers are definitely being an aggressive bunch here. Oh, good rifle grenade there for the United States. Just then there's to be like a extra rifle grenade every now and then. T-70 arriving here for the Soviet Union. We have a little bit of lag. I might need to restart my game after this. Flammenwerfer hitting the conscripts here. T-70 now revealing itself. There's a lack of AT equipment. Ooh, taking out the Flammenwerfer there. We have some Sturmgrenadiers in the field being upgraded with Panzerfausts. And now that's going to be that T-70. They throw a grenade out the hatch before they died though. Not enough to stop the Sturmgrenadiers entirely. Nice big crater that's used for herd recover. That's actually a pretty deep crater. Holy shit. Those demo charges don't kid around. You have the shock engineers again. With PPS-8. Oh, that's gonna be bad for the Storm Pioneers. Oh god, you can just see how quick they mowed them down. But the engineers have to get out of that structure soon. Because that's a lot of Germans pointing at them. Critical up point down there. Lots of American riflemen scattered around. The Germans are preparing to make their moves. Firefights continue again here immediately. Currently the Germans are losing victory points, I think. Yep, they are losing victory points at the moment, but that could change swiftly here. But you're too early in the game for it to really matter. When the Max just cuts down the Hitler, oh god! Those Hitler you've got mowed down in seconds by that Maxim. Machine guns are very dangerous. Sturmgrenadiers rushing into the center point. They can be hit by the Maxim. Another rifle grenade from the United States, but they already run away before that. Still shrapnel, hit one of them. The US rifle grenades, do have a lot of shrapnel in them. So did the British Mills bomb, by the way. Looks like some balloons have been calling. The Germans might be preparing for some kind of push on this flank, but there's double machine guns. The Americans have dug in. Of course, the Germans are part of this thanks to the Outflower, but they don't know what's back here, I imagine. We do have Untersturmführer as well. Might call in some smoke barrage before they advance. Smoke barrage is being prepared. Will it be enough though?
Another sea over the death wish. I had it up to here with this ball game.
Here comes smoke. Will it be enough to cover for them? Because they don't know about this trench. It'll block this one off for sure. And with that, the Valonians start advancing. But the storm pioneers are gonna get halted immediately. Assaulting a fortified position is not easy when it's spread out like this. The Americans have done a good job here. But the Valonians still push up. Throwing down Gebaldeladnungs. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's some good Gebaldeladnungs right there. A good play, and they keep the Sturmpaniers over here as a distraction. Not between them immediately, but also between them will be suicidal. Actually, no, it's a good time to do it. They were waiting for the machine gun to reload, I think. Because that's actually a good thing to do. You need to wait for the machine gun to reload with your pins. That increases your chance of getting away safely. They did manage to decapture the point though, so they're not losing victory points anymore. At least for now. The Soviets have been advancing on the flank as well. Lots of things are happening. Machine gun set up here in MG42. Where the caliber still in that trench causing issues. And hit the Panzerjägers, that's not good. But MG42 is hitting the American infantry. And on the center, the Soviets are still fighting over it. People just dying in droves here. We do have the third American rifleman on the field here with a Springfield sniper rifle, but they're being cut to pieces by that MG42. Artillery being called in here by the Untersturmführer. Doing a good job of using the officer here. Trying to take out the forward headquarters, that's going to force the Americans off. And that's going to allow the Germans to secure the point. That might give the Germans a good bit of headway. You know, the Hitler Youth engaging with the Soviets out here in the fields. So first, it says Sturmgrenadiers are trying to flank. But they decide to pull back instead. So we have a mortar here for the Soviets as well. The stormtroopers have been infiltrated. So they're out of the map for some reason. That can happen sometimes. Hopefully they can just get inside the map quick. Unless they're bugged, I don't know. Valonians and Sturmpaniers are rushing up this flank now. There is an American steward on the fields, but they don't know that. There's also a 50 caliber position emplacement being established here. Flamethrower could get close enough. It is a Flammenwerfer 41, but there's a lot of Americans here. Oh, they're getting cut to pieces. They decide to pull back. Probably the wisest move. One squad got killed, more artillery being called in. Or smoke barrage actually to buy themselves time. And there's fighting in the center again with the shock engineers fighting with the Waffen-SS. Oh, shock engineers got killed there. Hitler Youth trying to advance here. And well, the Waffen-SS continues to push up here with the Valonian and Stormtroopers. But there's too many Americans here with semi-automatic weapons. They also have a lieutenant nearby to coordinate the fire. Mowing down all the Germans there in short order. We do have a T-34 arriving here for the Soviet Union. Trying to deal with that command tank holding in a precise artillery strike in that forward headquarters. They do cancel it. Critical hit. Critical hit on both sides. But the command tank goes down. T-54 has the better gun. And it's not worth going to try and Panzer Fox when there's a Max in there. Oh, good job. The Panzer is staying hidden quite close to the Americans. Trying to get Cabal down, but they're not going to make it out of there. Lieutenant is leading their assault here. Americans could get that Panzer strike if they want. They probably don't think there's a need for it yet. What's it been calling here by the Untersturmführer? Oh, they do grab the Panzer strike. Pretty clever again, stopping the Germans from advancing. And the Stuart is also being a problem. It's using canister shot. Looks like Befriegel has lost basically most of their troops. Americans did a very good spirited defense here from Guan, so that's nice to see. Soviet has full-on shock troopers now assaulting the center. Armed entirely with PPSHs. That is a very lethal squad to engage. Not entirely, have one guy with an SVT, I think. The rest are just PPSHs though. We're assaulting their way. Yeah, I don't think I can dodge that. Nope. Stokes are being prepared though to try and combat the Allied forces. See, we also have officer here of the Waffen from the command tank, I think. Just without that command tank. T-54 is moving around. We're trying to deal with the machine gun here. So we have some first SS Panzergrenadiers tried to push up, but the Fontanini halted them. Machine gun team killed here by the T-44. Stooks are now ready to try and assault. The Allies do have an AT gun here. And also the captured Panzer strike and a recoilless rifle somewhere. But the Stuart is about to go down. The Germans need to take out that AT gun. And keep troops on their flank. There's a lack of German infantry here to support the push of the Stooks. But the Stock is a very hard target to hit because of its low silhouettes. And will the fighting continue to send the shock troopers against the Storm Pioneers? Shock troopers have secured it. It's very hard to fight shock troopers in an urban environment. That's kind of what they specialize in. But the Germans are still gonna try. They're trying to stay at range with their machine guns, but is it far enough range? I'm not sure. So it's still trying to advance up here too. T-54 still operational. And the mortar's also hitting them. That's actually a heavy mortar now. Storm Grenadiers are in trouble. Throwing a grenade. But they still get mowed down. T-54 in the advance. There's one pack here. It's only a pack 38. Which is not going to be sufficient, I think. This is going as an artillery strike on the Germans in the yellow flank. Americans are holding well here. Shock troops now dealing with the pack, and they do so in short order. Lots of fighting here. Germans have called in more Wallonians on the other flank here to try and hold. A2 Sherman now running for the United States. Double A2 Sherman, actually. Oh, they sabotaged the base there, but it didn't get destroyed. It's a little bit hard to destroy the base structures now for the Waffen, I think. They got buffed in health and armor. And the Heavy Mortar is just chilling into this position now, but there's a Panzer IV arriving for the Panzer tactics, but they're running out of troops. Meanwhile, the Germans are assaulting over here again with Stuks, lots of Stuks, including the Stuk E for high explosive rounds. But not really hitting much. Artillery being called in. There we go, hitting the AT gun with the artillery. Stuks have been taken out though. This has too much American AT. They need to get that one Stuk G back if they can. I think it's stuck because that wreck, they were too close. That's one of the weird things that can happen in Company of Heroes. I think they need to destroy the wreck. Oh, I think it can move now. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can move. Okay. It just had to wiggle out of it somehow. The hitbox, I think. Hitler U for trying to deal with some conscripts over here. Not much happening apart from that. So it's still building up. Shock troopers are dominating the town. Not looking good for the Germans here at all. Another satchel charge in the Fahrzeughauptquartier. Panzer IV J now attacking the conscripts alongside the Hitler Youth. Conscripts are just being used as a distraction, really. You can just keep them behind heavy cover and they'll stick around for a while, to be honest. Yeah, sticking behind heavy cover can help you survive for a while at long range. But now it's getting to be medium range, as you can see. Molotov trying to be tossed. Keep it on the flank. Got a good shot there in the Panzer IV J. No penetration there. Smoke popped. Maximus now moved further up. We have a command tank in the center here. And this is the Sturm one, which means it fires high explosive rounds, I think. So the T-54 is going to try and stop the command tank. And because the command tank only fires like explosives, it can't do much to the T-54. Balloons moving into the town. Takes out the command tank though. But they do get a Panzerknacker off. So that's a dead T-54. Germans, I think, are running low on ideas of where they can push. Because that Maxim is just mowing on everything that comes inside of that street. Germans are still trying, but they're losing a lot of men here. Now the heavy mortar rounds should start hitting. Now T-54 is coming up again. Panzer IV did get taken out after all. Got a kill in the Panzerhauptquartier. Kill the Germans on their last legs. See, that's the problem sometimes with playing the Waffen-SS. Your tech buildings can be in a vulnerable position if you place them far out. Oh, and now the Germans are solving. My apologies. My apologies, my phone rang. Anyway, back to the action. Germans on the advance. No big surprise there. The Germans are still suffering loss as they try to advance here. Stuk G moving up. The Germans are very clumped up though. And smoke canisters being launched in now from the Germans to support the Soviets. And that's going to allow the shock troops to start to advance. They're throwing out a satchel charge, it might hit the building. Looks like it does. But it does deny the buildings to the Germans. so much action going on right here. We do have a Panther tank coming in for the Germans. Will they be able to turn it around? Because they're losing a lot of their tech buildings. Oh, heavy mortar hit straight on the Stoke. Panzer Quartet is going to go down, but they did manage to get one Panther tank out. Is it going to be enough? Doesn't penetrate the T-50. Oh, it got penetrated by something. The German? That's what they've been calling here. Allied tanks are moving back. It's a smoke barrage to buy the Germans some time. The Germans lacking anyone to repair this place. Lots of smoke going in there. So this structure might go down at some point as well if this keeps going. The Germans really do lack repair teams though. Yeah, 4 HP down there from a mortar shell. Panther has to decide where it wants to be now. It needs some repairs. But the Axis is very much on the back foot now, I feel. We had a very good early advance of aggressive movement from the Germans, but now they're kind of getting bogged down. Using the forward HQs has definitely been bad for them. And the Allies are just getting more and more vehicles. There's a major area in the field now for the United States. Even an iron things in the rear. Yeah, the front line they've established here. So they're planning to do an assault to get over here, or the Panther's just moving over for repairs. Because this is one of the few places they have a repair station at the moment.
Attention! Ready yourself for orders!
Oh, heavy mortar hit straight in the Hitler Youth squad. Muscles are moving. They could get flanked by the Babylonians if they move up, but they don't. Moving to grab some of the equipment around now. Are they headed? Are they headed for this point? Looks like they are. Panther will soon be fully repaired. Use the full tech up here going for the Waffensturm. Perhaps they're banking on trying to get a Sturm Tiger. That's going to be very costly at this point. Very hard to get. But it might be the only shot. So the tanks just scattered around. Ape the dog is going to try and see if they can start to tech up again. Going to be a lengthy progress, I imagine. They're doing a full assault on this side. Stuk and Panther on the move. That's a lot of Valonians they pressed into service here. Big assault here from the Germans. But the American defense is very well set up here. Lots of machine guns and lots of trenches. And some 50 caliber emplacements as well. What's doing? But while this is going on, the Soviets are doing a full-on armored assault. As they're starting to stop them. Because the Germans cannot hold all the angles at once. The Panther might have to decide to pull back at some point. They do push through the Americans here somewhat by the looks of it, but it's very costly. But now the T-54 is reaching this German base. So they're planning to flank around instead, though. Panther has to pull back. Bane's got a good shot there. Sherman's now going to try engaging the Stuk. T-54 engaging the Panther. One is going to ram. Facing the crew of the Panther, but it's not going to do much else. Because the Panther is the heavier tank. At this point, though, the Germans surrender. Good match. The tournament has been pretty good so far. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.